Hello Aquarius, welcome to your reading space. You were showing up in the collective reading that we just did, so I thought to do a very fast check-in with you, see what's up, make sure you guys are okay. Yeah, you were coming out with the Five of Swords as well in that collective reading. So what's going on with you, Aquarius? Please only take what resonates, of course. And thank you for being here. What are your spirit guides trying to tell you? Clear and concise, accurate, truthful messages. High vibrational, truthful messages, please. And thank you from your angels, spirit guides, healing, helping ancestors, all of your guides, love of the universe here. What are they trying to talk to you about? Aquarius, what's going on with you? Aquarius. What's going on with Aquarius here? The Aquarius watching, Four of Pentacles. Honestly, I feel like this is being a little insecure about what we have, holding tight to it. Wanting that stability and comfort, but not sure if it's going to hold. Not sure if it's going to last, okay? There's like some kind of an insecurity here about the foundation, about what you have. It's like she's holding tight to everything she has, almost like a hoarding energy, except I don't know if there's enough there to be considered hoarding. But she's like looking at it like, oh my gosh, is it actually going to hold me? Is it going to fall? Is it going to fall? Is it going to hold? There's like this worry, this concern. Okay, and then there's Aquarius trying, as you guys are, because you're so amazing, trying to like pull yourself out of that energy and get into the empowered, free-spirited, I can do this and walk on energy. Like he's just got his boots on here, ready for the flood, the water, whatever. Walking away in an empowered way, emotionally, from those things that he's been holding, those things he's holding. I feel like these cups are the representation of the things she's holding here. Seven of Pentacles coming out. This could be the fear. Clarify that, please. Why is that the fear? There's something like you could fear all of your work that you've done will amount to nothing. Like as soon as you walk away from this, it's like square one. You could be afraid of that. Like, oh, back to basics, back to square one, back to grinding, hard work, being unhappy. But what you don't realize is you've already invested so much energetically. Like you don't see the energetic potentials here of what you've invested. You're just viewing it as maybe more like logical or more physical. And you don't see that there is actually all this that you're pregnant with. There's all this reward. Birds could be a really strong sign for you as well to confirm this message. Okay, any kind of bird that's showing up a lot for you to confirm and remind you that, hey, like, you know, we see you, you're seen, you have put this work in. There actually is reward coming out of this journey for you. We want you just as much as you want you to be in a good position. Right? In a position where you can offer whatever it is you need to offer, in a position where you can grow where you need to grow. Like we are working with you, not against you. We want your success just as much as you do. We want your health just as much as you do. We want your well-being just as much as you do. So we're going to make sure the circumstances that you move towards are exactly that they're aligned to that. That's really what it feels like. And we're reminding you in ways that we can, through the birds, through whatever, grapes literally maybe, but like we're reminding you, raisins, whatever, wine, you know, grape stuff. We're reminding you that we're here, we see you, and it might, you know, be a time, like there might be this patience energy or this waiting or this wondering, but we're trying to help you just as much as you're trying to help you. So you don't need to worry about this process as much. We're not going to make you needlessly work. It could have felt like you had to needlessly work before, or that what you're building never worked. It never really gave you the results. Or maybe you feel like what you've been investing in was enough to get you by, even though it wasn't perfect, and that's fine. And we're trying to show you that there's something more. Flowers are beautiful. They're so amazing, but you can eat grapes. You can make wine and raisins with grapes. You can make all kinds of things with grapes. You can be fed with them, you know, I mean, as a metaphor here. And flowers, I know too, but like there's more sustenance here that's trying to grow for you. Like you've got these ideas, you've got these energies working for you. So you're going to get to it before we do, I'm hearing and feeling. Pisces season could be significant as well. February energy too. Why is the Four of Cups here for Aquarius? Queen of Pentacles on its side. You're very guarded. You've got like, Aquarius, you've got like a lack vision or a one set track mind about success and what it means and looks like and how to achieve it and how to do it. You got this one thing that you're used to, this one idea you're used to of what support or success looks like. Could literally be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, feminine energy here. And it's like you're connecting that somehow to like everything else outside of whatever this has formed for you, the idea of stability or success this has formed for you. You're like, no, no. Very stubborn energy, very no. But it's not stubborn needlessly. It's like coming out of real life things that have happened. It's coming out of trauma. It's coming out of, and there's like these edges here. Very no. You know, especially because there's this possibility that this isn't totally stable, like totally here, stable wise. Okay, what else here for Aquarius? What are you trying to say about that, especially with the Four of Cups? And you're also trying to keep your emotional world stable. You're trying to guard it and protect it. You know, when we don't move, when we refuse to move, it'll be moved for us if it's in our best advantage for it to be moved. We want to get into this idea that things are working for us. In the past, you experienced true instability. You experienced lack and you experienced not having enough, and it stuck with you, for sure. That's part of why you're like holding on, like, oh my gosh, like holding on for dear life. And yet this is reminding you that you're like a bad bitch, like you're like a boss. This is reminding you who you are. This is like, put your hair up, clean up the edges here, get yourself feeling cleaned up and move the F forwards. You know, this is not a time thing, like go now. It's just like saying like, you can do things on your own. Like you have a certain power, authority, and strength. This is, Queen of Swords is my card of being single, okay? I'm not saying that it has to be that for you, but when I see that card, especially in anything to do with like walking away or connections, relationship situations, it's like cutting something out and going at something on our own, like forwards, like, all right, F this, I'm doing this on my own. And even here, I love this particular Queen of Swords because she's got her left hand out as she moves forwards, prepared and ready, without an effing doubt. There's almost this entitlement, but it's a good entitlement, that she is going to receive. She is going to be given. She knows this. And she's got a certain wisdom of knowing behind her. She knows she's a goddess and she knows she's going to receive. She's clear. She's effing clear, and she's risen. She's risen here. This is risen energy. Now, because it's your reading and she's a Queen of Swords, yeah, she's also Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, right? So Aquarian energy here. It's you, basically. But this is you knowing who and what you are, remembering who and what you are. You aren't a victim of the storm. You are the storm. You are the clouds. You are the air. You bring and control and wield the air. Like you move the clouds to your liking. Like that's what you do. Like that's your job. That's your thing. So this is like remembering who you are. I'm even getting at the Lion King thing, like remember who you are, Simba. Like with his dad in the stars. That's come through recently once other time. That's interesting. Aquarius, despite all like the details, what I like about this reading is it looks like you're moving from some form of dependency to some form of independence, sorry. Well, yeah, maybe independency, but like you're moving out of that into remembering who you are. 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, very independent energy. It doesn't mean you don't get help. Like, again, she's open to receiving here. She's ready for it. But it's like you're remembering that, oh my gosh, like I can build things on my own, including support and money and abundance and resources and stability and navigation and clarity. Like I can even maybe have more of this in some capacity on my own to some degree. Now, on my own can look different for everybody. It doesn't mean you have to be literally alone or single, but there just might be something you're propping up from your own view or take more so. You're used to from the past, the 7 of Pentacles, but you know more now. You have wisdom, you know, and you've invested already a lot into your journey that you might not even recognize. So definitely listen to the birds, for real. Pay attention to what they're telling you. Hawk's eye view as well. Crow as well, like speaking to the dead, moving between the worlds. Hawk's eye view, like having very clear vision, like you're getting a lot from that bird energy, telling you what's to come, precognition. Like I'm getting a lot of different gifts here. You're definitely going to come out of this reborn. I even feel like your skin's going to glow more. Okay, but it's tough what you're going through now because it's very uncertain. And you've been in this place of like stability comes this way. This is how it's cultivated. Money comes this way. This is how it's cultivated. Like this happens like that. If I let go of it, I'm going to go back to that square one. But it's like, no Aquarius. No. It's not like that. Universe is not against you. They're working with you. You have a different perspective now as well. Let's get more for Aquarius, please and thank you. Aquarius. Divine timing, but not just divine timing, divine protection. And this is kind of similar to your star card too. There's this alchemy, this transmutation happening of emotions, okay? Future to past, past to future, present. Past self has taken a lot of like the load of work here, the brunt, because it's also been carrying a lot for your future self in a sense, so that your future self could have this clear path. You could have made a contract to like, you know, spiritually to do a shit ton more in your first part of life than so that you could enjoy the contrast in the second part. You know what I mean? Something like that. Or maybe it's in quarters, but it's very this feeling. But Temperance, very much divine timing and very much angels around you, divine protection. I do see a grandmother energy there. Really reminds me of my friend here, Abuela energy too. Interesting. What else here? For Aquarius, please and thank you. I also feel like it's funny, I put this on, this bracelet on, I just felt called to it. This is such an Aquarius color to me, like totally. I think it is aquamarine. So, and also sodalite is coming to mind for some reason. Sodalite, that stone for you. What else here for Aquarius, please and thank you. Ah, you, the star. You're coming into your energy. You're doing your thing. Alchemy, transmutation. You are like, I was just thinking, you're like a mixture. Like you are air, of course, but you're also the water bearer. So you're also like this, have this watery element sometimes in some ways, especially when it comes to your intuition, your intuitive energies. All right. This is also North Node. Like what's your North Node? What's your North Star? I do feel like you're needing to release, you know, put back into the source here, those old things, those old energies, people, places, things. And it is kind of this feeling of building new. And you're doing this while you're vulnerable. You might not feel like you're at full strength or full capacity. You know that you're doing this while you're vulnerable, but it's absolutely effective. Okay? It's absolutely effective. something could not be moving towards you, and that could confuse you. You're like, what do I do? What do I choose? Because this should be moving towards me, but it's not. Clarify this for Aquarius, please, and thank you. It looks like when the pieces are right, when everything is aligned, opportunities that confuse you now because you feel like you're missing them do come back around. They do come back up. It just has to be when you're ready, okay? And maybe when you can be in a position to be more vulnerable in some capacity. I do feel like you're vulnerable now, but it's like you're doing something with this vulnerability, and then you get back into your boss mode. And then you have another hit where you're able to be a bit vulnerable again. You know, you're able to, and that's when something comes back around. So you have these waves of vulnerability that actually allow you to receive certain things in a particular way. There is this huge process trying to bring more balance into your life as well. And instead of maintaining, to actually get some momentum forwards, because you've been in a maintenance mode for a while, or like a maintaining. And that's a scary place to be sometimes too. It kind of can be a lack spot to maintain too much. You know, we have to at some point come out of maintaining to growth, or, you know, the opposite. But for you, I feel like you're going to come into growth. Also, if a situation hasn't felt equal to you, it could be blocking your blessings, because you could be like, oh my gosh, I'm not giving enough or not receiving enough. But then, you know, you miss all the ways that you do because it's like you're focused on that physical thing. But it ends up blocking blessings, right? So also trying to get you into a situation where you can actually receive your blessings here, okay? Also, I do feel like there's some hot and cold energies around you. They could be literally water signs, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or they could just be a bit unstable. They could even be offering you romance. It's possible. I feel like there's a lot of trust, but also a lack of boundaries there. What are you wanting to say about that? If somebody like this in your life gives you anxiety, it's like time to move away, okay? It's time to move away. You have options in your life. You don't need to... You just don't need, put the nail in that coffin. You don't need to entertain that right now. I do feel like you're going to be cutting a lot of people out if you haven't already, or just a lot of things out of your life, Aquarius. So, you guys, that's what I have for you for right now. I hope it helps somebody. You can always email frequencyoftheheart@gmail.com for personal reading inquiries. But until then, much luck. Take care.